Hi, it's Debbie from Creatively Yours and welcome to my 110th Flosstube video. 110 videos, that's a lot, but I love it. It's Thursday the 1st of June 2023. Normally my day off is on Fridays, but I had to switch around some things and today is my day off. Tomorrow I have to work. So yeah, I'm here on a Thursday. I have a lot to show you. I have an FFO, not in real life. I have a picture because I gave it to someone. And then I'm going to show you my last WIP of April and all the starts for Stitchmaynia 2023. So I had a lot of fun at Stitchmaynia. I was really digging the new starts. I was anticipating on being fed up with it at some point, but I didn't. And then the end of May comes around and then I thought, oh, this is my last start. I am not ready for the last start. I want to have more starts, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I'm crazy as it is already. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you all my starts and the progress I made. And I have some haul and a little bit of live update. And yeah, that's it. So let's get on with the stitching, but not before I thank you for tuning in my video. Thank you so much. If you are new, I really hope you like what you see and you would like to subscribe to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. And if you are returning, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for returning to my videos. I really appreciate you. So yeah, I really wanted to say that. So let's get on to the stitching, shall we? First, my FFO. I had this as a WIP for a long time. Hadn't been working on it for a very long time. I had it for a long time, but I didn't work on it regularly. That was what I wanted to say. But as it happens, your taste in designs changed in time. So I really didn't want to finish this one, but I really didn't want to UFO it as well. So I decided to stitch up to a certain point, and I knew for a year or a year and a half already that I wanted to give this to Alice. Hi Alice. My friend, Honeybee Stitcher on Instagram, for her birthday. So I did. I'm going to show you the design. It's the Apple Blossom Sampler by the Drawn Thread. It has specialty stitches and yeah, it's really beautiful, but it's not really my taste anymore. So I finished it. I wanted to stitch till the bottom part of the bird. So I had this part. And I finished it into a mini wall hanging, just not to make a pillow again. So yeah, I'm going to show you a picture of my finish, which I gifted to Alice, and she was really happy with it. So thank goodness. And yeah, here it is. Beautiful, right? I really was happy with the result. Yeah, that was my FFO. I'm going to show you my WIPs, or my WIPs. Yeah, technically they are WIPs now. I'm going to show you my last WIP of April, which is in this beautiful project bag by Lydia of Lovely Stitches. And by now you have seen the full design in the screen because it's the full coverage. So let me see. I'm stitching this one with Stephanie of the On Point Stitcher under the hashtag Little Blue Fairy Sale. Look at those colors and a spider web coming through. I really love this one. I did a total of 1666 stitches, and I'm currently, according to Pattern Keeper, at 23.28%, but I cropped the design, so technically it is not at almost 24%, but Pattern Keeper says so, so I'm sticking to it. I really love this, and yeah, can't wait to get back to it. That was my last WIP of April, and I'm going to show you all my starts for Stitchmaynia. And if you haven't noticed, I cut off my hair. 25 centimeters came off. I really was fed up with the long hair. I didn't do anything with it anymore. It was always in a ponytail, and yeah, I was fed up. So I went to the hairdresser and yeah, I said, cut it off. I wanted to have a shorter haircut, and I really love this. So yeah. Let me show you all my starts. I started Stitchmaynia 2023 with let me put this off. The Society of Black Hats by The Little Stitcher. Oh, and the pattern I showed you, it was already in the screen, but it's Little Blue by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, stitched on 25 count. Debbie, I'm so busy that I'm not concentrating. So if this is a little bit of discombobulated, that's the reason. Check my life update. I started this with Stitchmaynia. This was Jemima's choice at first, but it really wasn't Jemima's choice, as I told you in my previous video. So yeah, I'm coming there. I'm getting there. She chose another, so this was my first. And I recharted the paper pattern because it's small in my software, so I could have it in Pattern Keeper, just for personal use, and after I finish I will delete it. This is my start on it. I started in the middle and I work my way up to completing the witch and the moon, and then I will work my way down again. I love this. This is stitched on 40 count Murky by Picture This Plus, and I'm using 2 silks. I'm using, I believe this is PRO 43, I think, Charcoal by Silks for You, on my beautiful tulip floss card. And a Misuseda's, oh, this is washing out, Misuseda's Cream. And this is beautiful on this fabric. I really enjoyed this one. So this was my first. The next one was a kit. I received this kit from mybobbin.com, and I had it for a while, and now I finally started it. I substituted the fabric from the kit, which was a, let me see, does it say 14 count Aida. I am using a 32 count linen in gray because this is Blooming Cotton and Blueberries by the Magic Needle. And yeah, the fabric was supposed to be gray, so and I'm going to show you my start. Really enjoyed this one as well. Let me see. It's not iron, so I have a folding line on my fabric, but hey, this is my start on it. Look at that. You can see the cotton forming. This is on a paper pattern, so I don't have any statistics or numbers, but really, really enjoyed this one. Using the called for or the kit floss and a 32 count linen. Yeah, love this one. The next start was a full coverage, but not a full coverage by any of the big names. I'm going to show you a picture in the screen of the finished design. It's called Mickey's Coffee and it's charted by ZannaCrossStitch on Etsy. Oh man, a lot of browns. Let me see how many colors. 35 colors are in this. You wouldn't say, but 35 browns and blacks. This is my start. This is done on 25 count easy grid using DMCs. And I did a total of 1585 stitches and I'm currently at 4.23%. Look at this. You can almost see the word Mickey. Yeah, love this one, but a lot of brown. The next one is in this cute travel size project baggie by Jantina of Jantina Stitches, one of our own Stitchketeers. And this was a start I did with several people. This is hashtag #GnomeAlong. I started this, not this one, but a gnome on May 9th with Alice and some other people. And oh man, this is such a fun stitch. I'm going to show you, and I have shown you a picture in the screen because my printout was crappy. This was such a fun stitch, and I'm going to show you a part of my haul as well, if I can. Is this, no, this is the right way. Let me see. This is Fox Gnomes by MIYAStitch, I believe. I'm not sure anymore. I thought it was MIYAStitch. If not, it's in the screen. Look at that. And the pattern is Pattern Keeper compatible. So, yay. Look at this. Look at the colors. Look at the blending. And this was my haul. A little gnome needle minder by Lydia of Lovely Stitches on Etsy. One of our own Stitchketeers as well. This is done on 32 count light orangey even weave. And I did a total of, let me see, 754 stitches, and I'm currently at 20.01%. Yeah, really enjoyed this. I can't wait to spin the wheel and it comes on this one again. So yeah, love this one. I wasn't into gnomes at all, but thank you, Alice, for enabling me. I'm thinking about making a gnome project bag, especially for when I finish a gnome, I need to start a gnome. But hey, the next one, this was Alice's choice. And I need to get that one off. This is In All Things Be Exceedingly Diligent by Needlework Press. And I am going to show you my start on it. I need to fold this. This is my start. I love this one. It just uses DMCs and it looks gorgeous. I started in the upper left corner, and this is done on 40 count Honeybee by me. It's a very long piece of fabric. So yeah, loved this one as well. Actually, I loved all my starts, so I thoroughly enjoyed Stitchmaynia this time. The next one was Jantina's choice. Jantina is another stitcheteer. I'm going to put in a picture because I have this in the box it came in, and it's hard to show you. So this is Fox Forest by Owl Forest Embroidery, and this was a gift, this kit, from Raffaella, my sweet friend from Italy. And I finally started it, and I decided I am not going to stitch this as a sampler as a whole. I'm going to turn this into smalls. I'm not a fan of borders, and yeah, I thought it would be fun to have 7, 8, 9 little smalls for fall. On my tree, I have a white wooden tree in my living room, and I really think it would be beautiful if I have this on there. Let me show you what I have. This is easier. It doesn't show up. I finished the first small. Look at this cute little fox with a tree. I used the called for the flosses, the hand-dyed flosses, and the fabric 32 count linen, which were in the kit. And yeah, I finished the first one, and I managed to put a small border around the next one. So I'm all ready to stitch in the second one. I think it's going to be lovely. But I don't think there are going to fit 8 foxes on here. So we'll see if I do them all or only what can be fit on this fabric. But I'm really happy I started this one. Let me see. Where am I? Oh, yes. This is... I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this one. I told you in my previous video when I showed you what I was going to start that this was a try out. I really wanted to try a stamped kit. And I just ordered a cheap stamped kit, and this is just to try out. I'm not sure if I'm going to focus on this one or will be stitching on this one regularly, but I just wanted to try out one. I don't think this picture is charted by any of the bigger companies or a actual designer, but if so, please let me know so I can buy the chart, because this is a Chinese stamped cross stitch kit, and we all know that they have a tendency to rip off, and I don't like that. I don't want that. I don't do copyrighted. I don't do that. So if you know that this is charted by someone, please let me know and I will buy the chart as well. This is the picture. It's Japanese Geisha. And this is my start. Look at all the creams here. It was actually not that bad to stitch on this. At first I couldn't get it into a hoop, and I'm a hoop stitcher. It was so stiff, I couldn't get it in. It just didn't work, so I decided to try this to stitch in hand. That's not a success because it was so stiff and I had this huge piece of fabric, and yeah, it's not my thing. So I asked Instagram for help, and I got a lot of reactions with tips to soften up my fabric. So thank you so much for giving the tips. And I tried a couple, and then it was soft enough to put it into a hoop. So yay! Then it was much more fun to stitch. This is 11 count, and I use 3 strands of floss, which were in the kit. So we'll see. We'll see. The verdict is still out. I'm not sure. But I love the picture. Let me take a sip of coffee. The next one, my most favorite one. I really wanted to start this one. And it's in a beautiful project bag by Jantina of Jantina Stitches. And this is the biggest full coverage design I have. So let me see if I can finish this one in 100 years. The stitch count is 560 by 800. And it's a charm of Hummingbirds, charted by Contemporary Cross. Run, don't walk. She has a lot of beautiful designs. And the artwork is by Little Fish Designs. And this is what I have so far. I did a total of 1775 stitches, and I'm currently at 0.40%. So yeah, I have my work cut out for me, but I'm here for it. It's a beautiful design, and yeah, I really see this hanging on my wall. So it's stitched on 25 count easy grid, 1/1 full cross, as I do. And this was such a fun stitch. Then the next one was Lydia's choice of lovely stitches. The pattern was a gift by her as well. It's 1862, a small sampler by Lila Studio. And let me see. Let me fold it so I can show you. This is my start on it. I am using my own conversion of fancy floss I had, mostly Victorian Motto Sampler threads. I started in the middle, and this is done on 32 count neutral by Victorian Motto Sampler threads. I was part of the Fabric of the Month Club for some time, a couple of years ago. And it was about time I started using the fabrics. So, really enjoyed this. And these are the flosses I'm using. Beautiful. I have this as a paper pattern, so I don't have any numbers. Let me put it back in the bag, because if I don't, I'm going to lose everything. The next one. This was my 10th start. And as you all know, let me see if this is the one. As you all know, I said I was going to start 10 new starts. Well, no. This is 2020 Prairie Schooler Santa. I love this one. Pole dancing bunny. Beautiful and funny. And this is my start. Look at it on this fabric. This is a 32 count vintage autumn gold by Lakeside Linens. I had a huge piece of this fabric, and yeah, it's gorgeous. I'm using the called for DMCs for this one. I finished the red in his body and his beard. And then it was time to move on. But I love this one. I can't wait to get to the bunnies. My 11th start is Mary Amelia's Bird by Quaint Rose Needle Arts here on Flosstube and on Etsy. It's beautiful. I managed to get this pattern into Pattern Keeper, so again, yay. And let me fold this fabric a little bit. This is my start. It's a beautiful pattern. It uses DMCs and it's looking gorgeous. This is done on 40 count vintage beige by Zweigart. And I'm using the DMCs. And yeah. Really, really, really loved working on this. I did a total of 1,066 stitches and I'm currently at 20.59%. Yeah. And then I'm going to explain myself. I was going to start 10 new starts, but then I was talking to Alice and she had shown one of her starts and it was on my wish list for a long time, and I have this as a full coverage pattern as well, but I have up to now 23 full coverage patterns, and that's a lot. I don't think I'm going to finish every single one of them, and to add another huge one when there is a kit available as well, which is a lot smaller. Yeah, I was enabled, long story short, I was enabled by Alice to buy the kit and start it with her on the 29th of May. And yeah, I'm going to show you the kit. After this, I'm going to make a copy of the front page so I don't have to put the plastic and the entire kit into the project bag. But oh, sorry about the glare. This is Fall Fairy by Dimensions. It's gorgeous, and I really wanted to start this one, but as I said in my last video, I'm not a person of odd numbers. This would make 61 WIPs, and yeah, no. So yeah, Alice said, why don't you start one more? So I said, okay. So after this one I have 62 WIPs, but this was my 12th start. I made a project bag for it. It's full of floss. I used a batting or a interlining which was too interfacing, which was too thick. So it's full of floss, but it works and it's for personal use. And yeah, let me show you what I have on the inside. Just a polka dot, but look at those creatures, owls and deers and foxes and bunnies. I love this. It took me 3 days to make this. Normally not that long, but I'm using the kit floss, but not the kit fabric. It was a 16 count grey Ada, and I really wanted to stitch on an even weave, so I'm going to fold this. And it's not showing up, but I overdyed a 32 count antique white Murano by Zweigart in a light grey wash, but it's not showing up. Have I something? No, I don't. Well, you will have to take it from me. It's grey, very light grey, but it's grey. And this is my start. I worked on the dress. I started in the middle. I worked on the dress, had a fall leaf here, and then I last night started stitching on the shawl. And yeah, I really enjoy this one. I asked Simplicity for the PDF of this kit, because you can, and I managed to get it into Pattern Keeper. So I did a total of 743 stitches, and I'm currently at 1.73%. Talking is hard. Yeah, love this. And this needle miner was a gift from Lydia with my gnome needle minder, so thank you, Lydia. Okay, and those were all my new starts, and now I can get back to my regular WIPs, and I added these into my wheel for the weekdays. In the weekends I'm stitching on my full coverage designs. I have a rotation, and in the weekdays I'm using a wheel to choose for me what I'm going to stitch on, because I have a lot of projects and I want to get back to some older ones as well. So yeah, 12 new starts, crazy, but I loved it. I wasn't done yet, but hey, it's June 1st. Yeah, I have some haul, a little bit of haul. I was watching Yasmin of Yasmin's Made with Love, and she showed a couple of times now overdyed threads by Tom and Lily Creations. They are in France, and I had never heard of them, and she was showing the flosses, and I thought I'm going to just have a peek at the Etsy store. I'm going to link it below. Well, just a little peek is not enough. So I ordered a fall pack of overdyed flosses, and these are the ones that were in it. This is my favorite. They all have, yeah, I think these are French names. This is called Canary, and this is called Rhubarb. Is rhubarb green? Not sure. This is called Cypress. Eucalyptus. Not sure what this one is. Moutarde. Let me see if I can show you the name. Well, I will put it in the screen if anyone knows what this is. This is Sapin Bleu. My favorite color. Beautiful. Greenish blue. Not sure how to pronounce this one as well. Garube or something like that. Maybe I should not try. Pourpre, which is a pinky, dusty pink. Azalea, which is a darker pink. And chocolat, chocolate. Beautiful. And she put in a variegated one, a very variegated one as a gift. And then I was like, yeah, where am I going to use these in? Well, I found some patterns I had in my stash. These are from Stitching with the Housewives. This is called Hello Fall. I bought the PDFs on Etsy. This is called Hello Pumpkin. And this is called Honeybee. Love this one. So I'm going to use these flosses for these patterns. I think. But I highly recommend the flosses. They are very soft, and I haven't used them, so I am not sure how they stitch up, but I think they are fine. And it was really fast shipping. I ordered them, and then within 3 days I received them. Very quick. All wrapped in paper, not in plastic, so that's a plus. And yeah, a handwritten note with it to thank me, and yeah, I'm going to link it below. Then Jantina, she was selling her project bags on Instagram, as she does from time to time, and I bought 2 of them because with 62 projects, you need project bags. So I bought this one. Oh. Really beautiful. And I bought this one. Love them. Highly recommend them as well. So yeah, that's it for the stitching part. So if you don't want to hang around for the live update, you don't have to. It's going to be a short live update, but if you don't want to, I can totally understand. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. But now for the live update. As I told you, I have a lot on my plate right now. Reason is I'm not sure if how many times I'm going to film from this room. Long story short, because I want to keep it short and I don't want to get into the details, but we are having a housing situation here in the Netherlands. There are not enough houses, and every young person who wants to start out by living on their own can't, because there are not enough houses. So I have the luxury position of having a house of my own. It's my own. I bought it. My partner has for the years we are together, has kept his apartment here in the same city. He kept his apartment. It's a wonderful apartment, and that's just a lease apartment. So our boys, which they are 18 and 21, my son is 21 and his son is 18, want to live on their own. And I can totally understand it. It has nothing to do with it not working out with the four of us, but they want to live on their own. And they are having the urges of making this their own, and just don't want to be around their parents for 24/7. So I can relate, I can understand. So the reason why we kept the apartment is for this occasion. I am going to lease out my house to the boys, and we are going to move out. We are going to move to the apartment. Excuse me. We are going to move out, and we are excited about it, and we are already cleaning up and painting the walls and that kind of stuff, and making plans of how to reorganize the apartment. And yeah, long story short, I am not sure if I'm going to film a lot more in this room or if I'm going to be there. Not sure when I'm going to be back again as well, because it's a lot. Having to deal with a move, working full-time. I have my things to do here as well. I need to do laundry, clean up here, and yeah, that sort of thing. So it's a little bit busy, and yeah, just wanted to let you know that if I won't be back within the month, that's the reason why we are moving. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say, actually. Yeah, we are excited, and I think it's wonderful that we have this position to give my house to the boys to live in, and we can live somewhere else. It's a wonderful position and needed, I think, in this current situation in the Netherlands. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you liked what you see. And yeah, don't have anything else to say. And as usual, I don't know how to end the video. So if you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, whenever that is. Bye for now.